Welcome to HISD Family and Community Engagement Pep Talk, where parents are empowering parents by sharing their experiences and best practices for parent organizations. I am Elizabeth Angel from the Family and Community Engagement Department. Today, we'll be hearing from two HISD campuses and their PTOs on how they are celebrating their teachers this year. So we will begin with the PTO at Garden Oaks. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks so much for inviting us. My name is Robin Phillips. I am the Fringe Fundraising Chair as well as the HISD Board Liaison for Garden Oaks Montessori's PTO, which is our parent teacher organization, which is a 501c3 that supports Garden Oaks, the community, and our teachers and staff.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Ms. Phillips. We know that Teacher Appreciation Week is right around the corner, and you have a lot of plans to honor and celebrate your teachers at your campus. So, can you
Yeah.
share some of those plans with us today?
Sure. Yeah. We do a lot of things throughout the year to support our teachers. We try to do at least one kind of small event a month, be that donuts or coffee, or maybe just a pin or a sticker as a kind of incentive to let them know that people are thinking about them, PTO supports them, community supports them. But for Teacher Appreciation Week, we kind of pull out all the stops. So, as we all know, it's May 8th through the 12th, and we are doing kind of a two-part thing this year. So, we are going to provide a total of 3 meals throughout the week for our teachers and staff, and we have about 100 at Garden Oaks. Um, we're going to do one breakfast and a couple of lunches. Two of those are going to be paid for by the PTO. So breakfast is going to be kind of a coffee and pastries types of meal, maybe some fruit as well. Lunch, we're going to have a box lunch most likely. And then we're going to have one lunch that is parent sponsored in that we are inviting parents to share dishes, be that from their culture, from a culture they just like, just from a restaurant down the street because they think the spaghetti's yummy, like whatever. We're asking people to sign up and get as many kind of different dishes as we can. Um, I think that when we first pitched this idea, some parents were like, "Oh, I can't make, something for 100 people." And we said, no, 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 bring for like 4 to 6, right? Just like you're making dinner for your family. And the goal is to have enough so that everybody kind of gets a taste of everything. In terms of, when you provide meals and stuff, I know that this is a big question that folks tend to have is like how much feeding people's expensive, right? Like it is, we all know that food has gone up, the price of everything has gone up. So I encourage, anyone looking to do this to start with a breakfast or start with a potluck because that way you can kind of minimize your PTO's expenses. Because donuts, coffee, etc., for about 100 folks, depending on where you get them, it's going to run maybe $300 to $400. A meal, a full like box lunch or catered meal can be anywhere from 8 to like $20 a person, depending on what you're doing. So, understanding that everybody has different needs and PTOs that have budgets have to decide where they spend that money. I think we like to be good stewards so that we're kind of sharing it around. And even for the potluck, we have to kind of provide the plates, the forks, kind of the setup and some to-go containers because we want to be able to take stuff home. So that's kind of the PTO sponsored piece. We're also asking parents to do something that is very low cost or free each day and more personal from their kids. So we have a flyer that went out to parents about a week ago, so they have plenty of time to plan, and we kind of keep pushing that through all of our social media and parent communication platforms throughout the next couple weeks to remind people. But Monday, we're asking kids to bring a flower for their teacher and their teaching assistant. Since we're a Montessori school, there's an assistant in each classroom, at least for a portion of the day. On Tuesday, they are asked to write a card or a thank you note, or maybe bring a drawing for some of our younger kids because we are pre-K through 8. On Wednesday, you're encouraged to give your teacher a high five or your TA a fist bump or some sort of expression of gratitude. On Thursday, the teachers get their favorite snacks. So, we try to have our room parents collect teachers' favorite things at the beginning of the year, and they'll write down 3 or 4 snacks that they like. And so the goal is to get them a nice stash that they can have. And this is like a bag of chips, right? So it's not anything big. At the end of the week, the PTO is also sponsoring a very small gift card and a basket that we got about uh, almost 80 baskets, like actual baskets donated. Very, like Dollar Tree baskets, but the goal is to fill them with nice notes and maybe drawings and snacks and maybe little loofahs. Everybody's encouraged to bring what they can and if they want to put in the basket. The room parents in our organization manage that process, but at the very least, each teacher and teaching assistant will have a small gift card from the PTO. So it's a lot.
Yes, definitely. It sounds like a very fun week for our teachers, but again, I'm sure it's something that they really appreciate. And I really like how you're using also your parents, maybe those that are not involved with the PTO, hey, if you can sign up to bring a dish, I think that's a great way to get everybody involved, especially with the flyer that you all are using and sending out to your families and giving them suggestions, right? Where things that may not have a cost, right? Like the flowers that they can pick, the handwritten note, all of those are things that I know teachers will cherish for a very long time. So thank you for coming up with that. I think that flyer, I saw it and I think it's amazing. Very good ideas for parents
That's
that may not have,
That's our
those
community
ideas.
person, not me. No, she's very good at the graphics. Yeah, we just send it out. But yeah. No, and good point. Like the flower, as we've told people, go have your kid pick something on the way to school, right? It doesn't have to be like an elaborate bouquet from Kroger. So the goal is to get as many people involved as possible at the lowest possible cost. Because, parents, it's the end of the year. They do feel like I think that they get hit up for a lot of things like with end of the year gifts or end of the year sports or whatever else is going on. So this is a nice way to express gratitude without breaking the budget.
Thank you. Yes. So when it comes to coming up with these, different ideas, I know you said that, there is someone who is assigned this task. However, you've done this for several years, you've worked with the PTO. Do you have any recommendations, any tips for, smaller PTOs or new PTOs who may not have the different committees or have had time to plan something, as detailed as what you all will be doing next month?
Yeah, sure. No, and I should have mentioned that I have been with the Garden Oaks PTO for 5 years. I've got a fourth grader, so started when she was probably pre-K 4, and now have a kindergartner as well. So I've been in this for a while. As you pointed out, Elena Arana is our hospitality chair, and she runs this amazing effort throughout the year, but especially during Teacher Appreciation Week. And we started much smaller than what we're at now, right? So I would encourage anyone that wants to do something for teachers, you can start small. You can bring, a donut for everybody, and that's not that expensive. Or you can just ask parents to bring to have kids draw a picture and bring it in for Teacher Appreciation Week and tell their teacher thank you. I think there's a lot of kind of no cost options, and all PTOs always have to fundraise. There are some really great resources that we've found that are community sponsored. So businesses will often love to give you, 100 free donuts if you just mention their name or put up their sign. And I mean, that takes somebody calling, that takes somebody picking them up, but that's not a whole lot of coordination. Also, a lot of community sponsors, and I know you guys have a really good list of partners that you refer people to, but HEB or Aldi, places like that have a very quick online application that you can apply to for two, three, $400, which gets you, a nice breakfast. So yeah, I would encourage folks to just start small. One thing on one day shows appreciation, and you just build from there. I think the first year that I was involved, I was doing the hospitality, and it was 2020. So right, nobody was. This is actually Teacher Appreciation Week that year was when we weren't in classes, right? Like everybody was at home. And we had people drop off snacks like, hey, can you just bring me, a box of cookies or or what individually packaged snacks, and had and my daughter and I went and drove around and kind of gave out little snack bags that I'm sure sat on people's porches because that's what we were doing too, right? Was letting things like disinfect. But, that gave teachers maybe a bag of cookies and a bag of chips and a soda just to let them know that we were thinking about them. And it was just based on parent donations. So start small and, go up from there.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for sharing this information with us and for coming on the pep talk and telling us how your PTO will be showing your appreciation to the teachers at Guarded Oaks. So now we'll be hearing from the team at Houston STC High School to hear how they will be celebrating their teachers at their campus. So Houston MSTC team, can you please introduce yourselves at this time?
Hi, thank you for the invite. I'm Hermelinda Cazares, parent representative and VIPS coordinator here at Sam Houston High School.
Yes, hi, my name is Erika Quintanilla, PTO member here at Houston MSTC.
Thank you for being with us today. We're excited to hear how you celebrate the teachers at your campus. So we know that Teacher Appreciation Week is the week of May 8th, and this is the time where, we show our appreciation to everything that our teachers do for our students. But we hear that here at Houston MSTC, you have a different approach. So can you tell us a little bit more about how you show appreciation to your teachers here?
Yes, certainly. Here at Sam Houston, we want our teachers to know, our educators to know that they're highly appreciated. One of the things that I do know that the day does not start for them at 8:20 from 4:10. They continue. They go home still, lesson plans, and then a parent. They talk to parents and things like that. So we want our teachers to know that we highly appreciate them for all they do for our students. And we do many things. It's not just once every year or the entire week, but it's on a monthly basis that we appreciate our teachers here at Sam Houston.
Thank you. Ms. Quintanilla, can you share a little bit on how PTO supports this initiative here at Houston MSTC?
Yes, here at Houston MSTC, we mainly have our main source of, it's our Tiger store. In our Tiger store, that's the main source that we uses. And our Tiger store, it's mainly 6 of us PTO members. We normally have it open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And that'll be 10:30 to 1:30. And we mainly have snacks for sale. Different kind of snacks, different varieties we have, and we also have drinks. And of course, we try to have the ones that our students like.
Thank you, Ms. Quintanilla. So is the Tiger Store the only fundraiser that you all have for this event, or do you do anything else throughout the year to ensure that you have the funds to cover the monthly teacher appreciations?
No, yes, of course. We have our garage sales. We normally have 1 or 2 per year. We try to invite, all of our community to be part of these events. That way we can raise more funds for our PTO. And like I said, we have 1 or 2 a year, and we try to have as many spots sell as we can. Sometimes we have from 100 to 150 spaces. So the more we have, it'll help more towards our PTO funds. That way we can, provide more for the rest of our teachers' appreciation. But like I say, we do have 1 or 2, and then we also have people that comes as far as 45 minutes away from us. So that makes us happy, that other people hears from us, and it'll help more towards our PTO funds.
Ms. Quintanilla, thank you for sharing that on how the PTO supports this initiative here at Houston MSTC. So now, Ms. Cazares, we know that having a monthly teacher appreciation is a big initiative here at the campus, and I'm sure you don't do it all on your own. So tell us a little bit more about your game plan, who it involves, and what you do throughout the year to prepare for these monthly teacher appreciation events.
Yes, of course. Don't do it by ourselves. We meet with leaderships and they decide what is it that we want to give our teachers in a monthly basis. We do many things. It could be like from a gum to a snack from the Tiger store, from a Sam Houston shirt, a box lunch, pastries, just so many ways of appreciating our teachers here at Sam Houston.
Awesome. So we know that part of your game plan is to meet with the leadership at the beginning of the school year to kind of plan out every month, right? Do you work with any community partners, anyone here around the area that helps support this initiative as well?
Of course we do. We have a great, it's a community church that helps. It's just spontaneously, like for instance, maybe one day they call and say, hey, I have pastries that I want to donate to the school. And we with the PTO, of course, because they're great support to our school. We make coffee, bring pastries to our teachers, or it's an amazing story that I really want to share with y'all. It was one day that they gave us chicken and meat and sausage, and then so we asked permission to have a carne asada on campus so we can honor our staff here at Sam Houston. And the thing is, we only had the meat. So what happened was that we started talking to her and said, well, I'll bring the pico de gallo, I'll bring the tortillas, I'll bring the salsa, I'll bring the rice. And it's just amazing how we all get together to make it happen and allow our teachers to understand how grateful we are that they're here and that they're also a great key for student success. So that's how we do it here at Sam Houston.
Thank you for sharing. So we love hearing how you're all working together as a team to celebrate your teachers, to show that appreciation. You know, you're utilizing your PTO, you're utilizing your community partners, you're utilizing your VIPS parents. The leadership team is definitely doing a great job here. And you as well, Ms. Cazares, as the VIPS coordinator, as the parent engagement representative, to bring everybody together to make sure that our teachers are feeling appreciated, because we know that it is a lot that they do. So thank you all for everything that you're doing here. Ms. Cazares, you want to share something else?
Yes, I do want to share something right quick. Actually, one of the things that I want to highlight is the importance of teacher appreciation. Why we do it on a monthly basis or just randomly. The reason why is because these amazing teachers, their job is not from 8:20 to 4:10. They still go home on a personal level. I have educators at home and I know how hard they work. They go home, they do phone calls, they do lesson plans. And it's not just from 8:20 to 4:10. They still go home and continue. So they should be appreciated not only on just a special month, but the entire year, to let them know how important. And they also a key to our student success. And it is one of the things. I know we have great leadership here. We have a great team of parents and volunteers in the VIPS and the community church that support everything that we want to do. But most importantly, I want to highlight something. It is not how big your group is. It's not, maybe you have a small group of parents at your school. The most important thing is, how big is your heart of service? I think that is the most important thing that I want to pass out this information. Don't just do it. Go out there, ask for resources, so we can honor these amazing teachers that give their time to educate our students.
That was beautiful, Ms. Cazares. Thank you much. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's something that can be greatly appreciated because, as you mentioned, right, not every campus has, the same budget or the same number of members or VIPS parents that are volunteering at their campuses. But again, as you stated, right, what matters is like doing something to show appreciation, whether that's, I know that y'all have shared in the past a pack of gum, right, to the teachers, for going going that extra mile. There are so many things that you do throughout the year to celebrate them. And again, it doesn't have to be, a high investment, right? It can be something small, but again, just to show your appreciation to your staff. So again, thank you both so much for being with us here today. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you're doing on your campus. And we hope that you all watching us enjoyed this pep talk. And we remind you to please join us next month as well, where you will hear more ideas and suggestions from other parents and campuses throughout the district. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for the invite.